Now, if your oven only has 3 heating elements, what makes the convection roast mode different to the convection bake mode? Well, in this mode, the same heating elements are used, but they cycle on with maximum intensity to bring more power into the oven. This mode is ideal for roasting lean tender cuts of meat or for cooking multiple dishes at one time. Whether you are roasting a chicken or cooking an entire oven meal, engaging the convection fan will distribute the heat evenly in the oven, providing all the benefits of convection cooking. Large cuts of meat cook faster than normal recipe time in this mode, and they do not require basting or turning. In addition, meats cooked in convection have better moisture retention, and with a dry rub of kosher salt and your preferred seasoning, they will be very flavorful. Brining when roasting in convection is not necessary unless you want a particular flavor. But for best results, brined meats should be cooked in the roast or bake mode so that excess liquid can be absorbed. Because convection cooks food from the edge to the center, to avoid uneven cooking, use a high temperature for a short period of time, 10 to 15 minutes, at either the beginning or the end of the roasting. But use moderate temperatures, 325 to 350 degrees for the cooking. So here are my tips for success when roasting in convection. Always arrange the oven racks prior to heating the oven, and definitely heat the oven before adding food. When roasting in this mode, large roasts will cook faster than stated recipe time, so for best results, use the oven meat probe if your oven features one. When estimating the cooking time, be sure to add on the resting and carving time to better orchestrate the preparation of all the dishes. You don't want those side dishes sitting around getting cold while the meat is resting. Have them come out when the meat's ready to serve. If your oven doesn't have a meat probe, consider a digital meat thermometer that will give you an accurate readout, or an instant read thermometer. You can use that to check the degree of doneness partway through the cooking. When programming the target internal temperature, for best results, choose a slightly lower temperature than the finished temperature, because the internal temperature will continue to rise as the meat rests. These nuances make all the difference. Large cuts of meat, especially poultry, are best cooked on a rack in a shallow pan so the heated air can circulate evenly around the meat. When the meat rests directly on the pan, the heat of the pan leaches the moisture out of the meat, so that rack makes all the difference. The exception would be when cooking a bone-in prime rib or rack of lamb, as the meat won't be touching the pan, it's already on its own rack. Quick cooking cuts of meat, fish and vegetables can be placed directly on a shallow rim baking pan. And to learn more about roasting in convection, check out the playlist for convection meals and of course that all-important Thanksgiving video. Once you understand how convection can work for you, I really believe you will find meal preparation to be much easier.